Happy New Year, Entropians. Julian McBain here, and tonight we should be finishing up the Bukin spare rifle quest line. Speaking of which, I need to make sure I've got everything equipped properly. I was doing some dailies earlier today, and that required something a little bit burlier than Bukin spare rifle. I could have gotten away with doing it with the rifle, but it would have taken me forever, so I didn't. So let's go to Captain Atrada. Hello there, Kenichi Kamadake. I just noticed that you have Bukin spare rifle on you. You know, I know someone who can spiff it up for you. Are you interested? I sure am. Alright then, but first you have to do something for me. The cogheads aren't relenting, and I need you to scrap some more of them. They also hold the key to adjusting that Bukin spare rifle of yours. Scrap some prototype Troca Defend 5 and yank a robot weapon oscillator from their arms. Go to Half Moon Cove. When you have scrapped enough bots and got one robot weapon oscillator, hand it to Paula, an engineer over there. She'll spiff up that gun for you. Oh, and remember to bring that robot weapon oscillator with you. What do you say? Sounds good. I'll do this task. Okay. So off we go to kill more Gen 5s. So today is January 1st, 2019. Of course, it's coming out in the morning of January 2nd. Happy New Year, everyone. We made it through 2018. Another round of About the Sun. I do have something I kind of want to lay on you guys. So, you know, New Year's is all about goals, right? And so that's basically what I'm setting out. And I'm setting out 9 goals for myself this year, and I'm going to share a couple of them with you, not all 9, because most of them you won't be interested in. But the biggest goal are the biggest goals that would concern you with my goals for the channel. And goal number 1 is I'd like to see 150 subscribers this year. I've been hovering around 32 for over a month. I've gained a couple, I've lost a couple. I'm sorry to see them go. If you know why, or if you decide to unsubscribe to me, please do me a favor and just drop a comment as to why. You know, is it the content? Is it my commentary? Because I can't get any better without that information. You know, this is still very new to me. I'm not perfect. So, there. That's all I got there. But I'm going to continue to produce 7 days worth of content a week. That is my goal, with the one vlog per week at this time. I'm slotting in what games are going to be coming up this year. Part of it is that I'm not entirely sure what all of the games are going to be, because I don't know how long some of them are going to be. I can't predict that necessarily, but in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to generate a list of ones that I plan to do, and then we'll knock off as many of them as we can. Just as an example, I just recorded episode 40 of We Happy Few. I have no clue how long that series is going to be. So, and I didn't expect it to go 40 episodes. And several of them are an hour long, so that tells you how long the bloody game is. And don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it immensely. I just was not prepared for the amount of time investment I would have to put into the game. Should probably be wearing our Turelian armor for this. So that's really the 2 real goals that I have for the channel this year: 150 subscribers, and to knock out some new games, continue producing content 7 days a week. There we go. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. Hope all of you have had a good New Year's. Hopefully you didn't wake up with too bad of a hangover. This is probably the first year in a while I haven't woken up with a hangover. I actually restricted my drinking last night, mostly so I wouldn't wake up with a hangover this morning. Oh, they want us to actually kill 50 of these bastards? We might switch to the higher power rifle just so it doesn't take all night. But still, I mean, it's... The point is that you can get through it and you get the new rifle and you get the skills, right? And so, as long as you are patient and aren't dumb like I generally am when fighting these guys, you'll make it through no problem. can definitely tell this is some of Mindark's early content because there's a lot of repetition, which I know is fairly typical of an MMO, but it's almost more than would normally be expected, I guess is what I want to say. Come on, start. Thank you. Kind of draw him off the pack there. Or it. I guess these things wouldn't have a gender because it's, you know, a machine. Unless the AI inside does have a gender. But anyways, so gearing up for a new year, my buddy Morgalore, who is a Twitch streamer, please check out his channel. I was watching his stream and he was holding a contest, and he recently gifted me Prey. And so now I'm tempted to go, and I've seen a playthrough of it. It's been a while. I know the basic premise of the story. I'm not going to spoil anything here in case you haven't. But the game itself is pretty cool, and it's very... Oh, fuck. It's very shocky of the system and Biokind, if you get what I'm saying. But it's very well done, and so I'm seriously thinking about doing a playthrough of it for video. And if not the original, then the DLC, because I haven't found a whole lot of people who have played through the expansion, Moonfall, or I think it's called Moonfall, where the Typhon, the bad guys, end up on the moon. And so if I don't end up doing Prey itself, because it is something that's been visited quite, you know, I've seen, it would not be blind for me, although it would be close. I might do the DLC just for that experience, because I don't play a lot of first-person shooters outside of Fallout, and really it would be good to expand my horizons. Speaking of Fallout, I have been playing Fallout 76 some. At this point, I'm not planning on doing any videos of it. I think there's enough people doing them. It's still pretty glitchy, and it's a bit of a complaint, but no more of a complaint than it would be for me playing any beta. And I know it's technically not in early access anymore, but I mean, the build itself feels a lot like a beta. And again, I'm not going to complain because I enjoy testing things, which is why I wish I had been at the proper level to do the moon when it first came out, and I think it's still technically in a beta state. So maybe this year that will set that as a goal for Entropia Universe. We're going to visit Arcadia Moon and Toulon, and we'll see about Monria. Maybe we'll do Monria in the October area because it would be appropriate, considering it's a horror. The whole place is based on horror, Cthulhu mythos, and that sort of thing. My biggest fear about Monria is that I'd go to Monria and never want to leave. You know, for those of you who have watched me in WoW, you know that I tend toward the skulls and other horror aspects. Now, I'm not big on certain types of horror, like I don't like slasher flicks much or anything like that, but supernatural, shit, I'm all there. And I'm not talking about the show, I'm talking about the theme. Which I know people would give me funny looks that I've never really seen Supernatural. I watched a couple episodes and it just wasn't for me. Sorry guys, I'm probably going to lose all my subscribers for that. Is what it is. Something I have been rewatching recently, though, and if I haven't lost you over the Supernatural thing, I'm probably going to lose you all over this. Thank you. I've been rewatching Sword Art Online, and I watched Ordinal Scale for the first time 2 days ago. I think it was the 30th. Might have been the 29th. Which is, of course, the movie that's associated with Sword Art Online. And it led me to think about the way technology is advancing and the possibilities of full dive VR where it actually suspends, you know, it renders us unconscious, and we control our bodies through the game through thought, the way we would our normal bodies, because it's intercepting the signals. And then the possibility of the digitization of humanity. I know I've touched base on this before, but I could just imagine spending the rest of it, you know, I have a full life and it's time to go, and you know, my body's just had it, you know, it's sometime in 2120 or somewhere in there, because I fully expect to live more than 100 years. I plan to live 150. We'll see how that goes, but that's my goal. My goal is to make it to 150. And actually, originally my goal was to become the first person in my company to make it to his 100th anniversary. That was my planned retirement date back when I worked for a bank. But since I didn't end up working for them that whole time, I can't do that. So my plan is to live to 150, because with the way technology is going, I fully expect that to be possible. I don't necessarily believe the actuarial tables anymore, because they don't account for technological advancements. Actuarial. So, but when the time comes, I do believe that sometime in the next 25 or 30 years, we're going to achieve human digitalization, either a la Ghost in the Shell, or the way that the main villain in Sword Art does. And I'm not going to go too far into that in case you haven't seen it and you're into anime, which would shock me if that's the case, because I think everyone who's into anime has watched Sword Art Online. If you haven't, you're missing something. But just the concept that we could even partially digitize ourselves, either our memories or our personality, become one with the computers that we work with so much, turn ourselves into an AI of sorts. What am I doing? That's the button I want. Lost track of which key is which, playing too many different games. Started the evening with We Happy Few, played about an hour of Prey, and then switched over back to Entropia Universe. Oh boy. I spent more time playing this game today than I think I have in quite possibly the entire time I've been playing. Because I was at Twin Peaks. I was trading out the last of my strong boxes, because I'm, you know, not much of a strong box guy, and I decided to try. I was looking at the token vendors. Wanted to see what the M tokens could get me, Mayhem tokens. Wanted to see what the daily tokens could get me, and there's a couple of items there that I actually like for the daily trader, but they're ridiculous. There's this jacket that I actually would like, but they cost 6,000 daily tokens. It's like, holy buckets, guys. That's years of work for a piece of digital cloth. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see, you know, try to do a couple dailies a day. Maybe I'll never get the 6,000 tokens, or maybe it'll be 10 years from now. Whatever. Watch this. I'll be excited. I'll have the 6,000 tokens. I'll get the jacket, and Entropia Universe will shut down. Mind Arc will close its doors. I'll be pissed. That would be my luck, though. But anyway, but no, I was doing dailies, and none of the maps that are available by players are overly accurate anymore. I know they were accurate at one time, but the Fostervixes, they're kind of a weird dinosaur Fifoid-like thing. The only place I can find them is around Atlas Haven. And their spawn rate is abysmal, and they want you to kill 50 of these bastards. So I did. I spent a couple of hours just running around Atlas Haven, killing the 3 or 4 Fostervixes that spawn at a time. And what might have been the biggest exercise in frustration I've had to deal with in this game yet. And of course I got that daily, and the one for today was still available. It was hunting down fowls. Those ugly imp-like things, and I went looking for them, and of course all the places I looked on the map weren't any good. And then I remembered the cave, or they weren't not good, but the spawns were so sparse it was ridiculous. But up here is a cave, and in that cave is nothing but fowls, and the spawn rate is high. So you know, you tear through a room's worth, and the room would already start respawning. Just keep in mind that the spawns are between level 4 and level 7, so make sure you're equipped for it, or make sure you go really carefully, because the last thing I want is to send you up there to get a daily and then find out that, you know, you're nowhere near the level you need to be in order to face them. It's a decent fight. So if you are someone who heals, make sure you bring a healing chip or a FAP. If not, then just be really careful. Take your best weapon with you. But I think I killed off, it was 80 fouls, and I think I took them all out in about half an hour with an LR10. So, and keep in mind that's not my optimal weapon. I'm an LB guy, not an LR guy. But it didn't take too terribly long. So, that was okay. So I ended up with 3 daily tokens today. And I'm not anywhere near high enough level to do the category 2 and 3s to my knowledge. I think they're all, like, one of them was warriors. Warriors, they're level 68. There's no way in hell I can face those. They eat my face so fast, it's not funny. But that's okay. I'll do some dailies and see where it leads me, and maybe I won't get anywhere with it. And if that's the case, that's the case. I still get the skills from it, right? And I'll discover some different hunting grounds for iron missions. And I think that's one thing I do need to do is I hunted all those fowls, and I was like, I wonder if there was an iron mission for these bastards. Oops. Speaking of iron missions, that's my other goal for this year, is to clean up the Kerberos iron mission, clean up the Berryclid iron mission. And I think I'm at the level where I can start hunting feed voids on the regular. I'm hoping that once Mayhem's over, I'll be able to get my swords again on the regular, because the LB15s and the LB10s have been really hard to come by since Mayhem started. Like, it's not even funny. I can't get a hold of them hardly at all. Like, I went looking this morning, there were none. So I grabbed an LR10 and I started hunting. It's slower with the LR10 for obvious reasons. But it's a good excuse to go out and get the point. Speaking of which, I really should have my pet summon. I'm going to skill up that weapon, because that's what I need to do. Oh good, I got the oscillator. Another thing I really need to do is I need to get back into mining some. That is not something I've been good at doing. Maybe my vlogs will be centered around mining. That would be a good use of that time. Food for thought, I guess. Speaking of which, if you're watching this, let me know how you like the vlogs. I don't get a whole lot of commentary on it. I'm not sure that people really watch them. That's your choice. I don't care. But if you do watch them and you don't comment, just let me know what you think of them. If you think they're worthwhile, if you would prefer something else, maybe a different game or what have you. I don't know. There is something I do want to know, though, is of the people watching this channel, and especially these newbie mission videos, I would love to know how many of you are in that first 50,000 skill points. Say, let's call it under level 25 in any profession. Basically where I was until this week. So I've been playing over a year now. It's about 13 months. I would love to know how many of you are in your first year, or are under that level 25 profession. I'd love to know how many of you are, because it would be good to know, what's my audience looks like, what kind of videos should I be looking to make? Do I need to make any changes? So please drop a comment, let me know, how long you've been playing, and what your highest profession level is, and in what. I'd be curious to find out. These bots, I've got to hunt these things more. My looter skill with them is atrocious. I don't think I've gotten anything but strap this whole time. Whoa, no. Don't do that. Be nice here. There. That's my good deed of the day. I know, it's weird. I'll just, burn some pet healing a random player. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I mean, really, I get the skills out of it. And maybe there'll come a time when that player will see me and I'll be in trouble and they'll help me out. Karma. I'm a firm believer in karma. So let's see, we are about halfway there. Man, these guys hit like a train. I know that so Ghost is the probably ubiquitous mid-level animal hunting armor, and I know Vigilante is the robot equivalent, but it's twice as expensive and it's hard to come by. Come on, thank you. Oh, that's right, I took my scope off. Shit. Like, why can't I zoom in? Scope's on the LR10, you moron. Speaking of, what is my reclaiming? 144? Oh, we're getting some good skills there. Robot looters slowly crawling up. Oh, hi. That's just great. That's just what I wanted. Okay. You know what? The patience has run out. And realistically, this isn't too much more powerful. Well, okay, so it's twice as powerful as Bukin's spare rifle, but at this point, all we're doing is we're saving time. So I'm not boring y'all to death. Where is... I had to come out here with the LR10 and just start shooting these defenders. I think there's an iron mission for defenders. Whoops. Oh, shit. Here, we'll replace that with that. We're gonna do the dangerous thing. Why am I so dumb? I'm impatient, that's what it is. I'm an Aries, I'm impatient, that's all it is. That's also why I'm a swordsman and not a generalized rifleman in this game. I know, I play a game with it's like Kirito in GGO. Here's a game where everyone wields guns, I'm gonna pick up a sword. Wield like a fucking Jedi. course, we don't have lightsabers or beam sabers. I'm sorry. We have a lightsaber patent pending. But why does that keep happening? That was bizarre. It kept forcing me into locked mouse mode, which is the mode that happens when you, like in a first-person shooter. You're dead. 29. Where do you think you're going? So I guess something I've learned from this experience of doing this Bukin spare rifle quest is don't neglect to hunt any specific type of mob. Like, I've got my animal looter is way up there, and so when I'm hunting animals, I've got great luck, but hunting robots, I've got shit for luck. Because I've got a robot looter skill of 2, or profession of 2. My reclaiming is terrible. What is my... Oh, shit. Oh, great, I got a skill deck Lancet. Because rockets are fun. Actually, it would be kind of amusing. So, these things do, like, no damage. Well, they do a little bit more than the rifle does. And I think they have splash. Yeah, 9 meters. Which is a great way to end up having a whole bunch of shit that you don't want attacking you. How's this guy doing? He's about to be attacked. The fact that he has not really, it attacked me. Okay, good, he's attacking it. Like, what are you doing, dude? I'm not attacking that robot because you're standing right next to it and he's less powerful. What's going on here? Doesn't really matter. I shall not get overly engaged in the lives of other players. None of my damn business. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Sorry I'm so quiet, guys. I've frankly did not expect this mission to last this long because I didn't have a whole lot prepared today, which, you know, is my own fault. That's something that I used to be really good at and I've gotten rather shit at lately. Is I used to have like a list of things I wanted to talk about in a video, and I'd have it in front of me so I would know. And as of late, I've been doing a lot of winging it, which for the most part has worked out okay. Like, my vlog is one thing, that's me kind of just spewing out whatever is in my head at the time, which lately, of course, has been a lot of psychology and development and shit like that. And hopefully I haven't put all of you to sleep listening to it, but I find it fascinating. But lately for EU videos, I used to have a whole bunch of, you know, I would always go into a video with a list. This is what I want to discuss today. And lately, I've not been prepared, and I'm sorry. Maybe that should be one of my goals, is to always be prepared for a damn video when I go to tape it. But it also used to be I had a buffer of 2 to 3 weeks, and I haven't had a buffer in over a month, and I'm going to blame the holidays for that. Okay, we're almost there. Jesus, that guy's like paper thin. Does he even own a FAP? He should. Oh yeah, he's got one. Perfect. Like, don't tell me he's relying on me to keep his ass alive. No. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not out here to heal the world right now. I'm out here to finish a mission. We got 10 bots left. That hurt. The irony is there are enemies where the Tyrellian armor is better than the Ghost. The Merfolk in particular are an example of this. On Cyrene. And I think the Merfolk can do cold damage. I want to say they do cold damage, of which Ghost doesn't protect shit for cold damage. But it does great for impact, which is what most animals do. I believe most mutants do that too, which is why they're good against Phoephoids there. 5B plates are recommended. I don't have plates yet. It's on my shopping list, but I've been trying to kind of focus on a couple of other things. And right now the plate market's kind of high, which is probably because of all of the mayhems. I always thought that's what I would suspect, is that people are upgrading plates for the... Because Halloween Mayhem and Merry Mayhem pretty much came back to back with each other. But I think the next major event, hunting-wise, I want to say that the next one is actually... there might be an Easter Mayhem, and then it's Migration. So... I did the Mayhem thing. I did both Halloween and Merry. I like the Mayhems. I might try, not the Annihilation next go around, but whatever. Like this time it was Assault, the other time it was Survival, of which, you know, my record for Survival was like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Ugh! That would have been painful for all of you to watch if I had recorded the 3 or 4 attempts I made at Survival. It's just terrible. But this time it was the free-for-all where you can collect the stars. I didn't try that one. I didn't do the Assault, although I'm kind of wishing I had. It's really too late to get into it now, but it looked like it might have been a lot of fun. Actually, you know what? It's still going on, right? That's Annihilation. There's Assault. I might have time to do that once. I don't know. I'll think about it. If I do it, I probably won't record it. Sorry, folks. But I enjoyed Mayhem, but it really is very pet heavy. It really is. And I don't mean like overall, because overall it was no heavier than any other event might be. Switch to my Ghost. Later, folks. But the amount of pet I had to drop in repairs was a lot, and frankly, it was probably too much. I about broke my budget for 2 straight months. Not straight months. Yeah, 2 straight months, because Halloween Mayhem was in November. I pretty much pushed my budget, my Entropia budget, for 2 straight months, and it's... I think it's just... Maybe if it weren't back-to-back, it wouldn't have been so bad, but I think it was just too much at once. Oh, frickin' A, we can't park inside of the fort. Which is ridiculous. No fly zone. Damn it. We're gonna make you park outside where all the robots could shoot you. Okay, off to Half Moon Cove we go. H. There we go. There's Engineer Paula. So before we do this, we're going to look at the stats of the current rifle, and then we're going to compare it to what we end up getting. Item info, Bukin spare rifle. Sniff, I've had this since the beginning, and it's about to change. Efficiency 57.2%, condition limit 3%, weight 2.4 kilograms. One item point, tier 0.9, proficient requirement, range laser damaged, and laser sniper hit. I've of course already mastered those two for this particular weapon. Ammo burns 131, attacks per minute at 44, damage penetration is 1, damage burn is 5, total damage is 3 to 6. Range is 57.2 meters. Hit ability is 10, and critical hit ability is 10. Okay, so I'm going to lock that, which I did. And I kind of set this off to the side. Operate. Hello, I'm a bit busy. Could you please? Hi, I'm here with a robot weapon oscillator. Oh, you must be Kenichi Kamadaki that Atreida mentioned. Okay, just hand over the things and I'll fix it for you. Here you go. Bukin spare rifle. Damn it. Gotta repair this stupid thing. Shit. Okay. Good to know. For a whopping 99 pack. Quickly throw that on my chart here. 0.99. Yes, I still anal retentively keep track of every peck I make and spend in this game. Operating. Yes. Here you go. Drag it in. There we go. Adjusted Bukin spare rifle. Now the real question is did they make me start my frickin' tiering over? They did. Damn it. That's no fun. Okay, so efficiency is 0.1% higher. Condition limit no different. They're both 10.5 ped. So here's where it really kind of kicks up. The penetration damage is still 1, but the burn goes up to 6. And the ammo burn goes from 131 to 155. So it's like throwing a B101 on there. So that's not bad. Range goes up a little bit from 57.2 to 66. So it's a lot of work for a little bit of increase, but and you lose your tier up, which I know for a weapon of this type probably wouldn't matter very much to you. It kind of irritates me because it took a while, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I think that was worthwhile, and I got a lot of skills and had a lot of fun, so hope you did too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. I really appreciate all of your support. Once again, if there's something you want to see or something that you don't like, please let me know so I can fix it. Thank you again, as always. You all have yourself a great new year and a wonderful night.